I'll never slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody. Not long ago, well, I did a video called Best Prison in Missouri. It was South Central Correctional Center. The reason I said that is because it was not far from home, and I had a great job working in recreation. I meant I could go to all the other housing units. Since getting out and talking to people who are still in there, if I was still there, that'd probably change. And the reason why is there's been a lot of changes since the pandemic and shortage of staff and all this stuff. Things are different now, you know. For one, recreation workers don't get to work when all the other housing units, you know, different housing units go to have the gym. Each housing unit has its own recreation worker now. So that means I wouldn't get to see people from the other houses anyway, you know, except maybe at chow. Plus, I mean, it's just getting bad there. The way they run things, fights and stuff, it's out of control. I mean, they've always been like violence in these prisons and stuff, but it's different now, you know. And the same things happen in Bowling Green and to some extent in Farmington, although I can't figure out why in Farmington, because when I was in Farmington, I mean, you had your fights and stuff, but it was nothing really serious, you know what I mean? It was there was no shanks being used or anything like that, you know. And now there's just things happening there, and people are asking about their loved ones when something happens, and the prison will say it's an internal investigation. Same thing goes with South Central Correctional Center. They always say when the loved one's called or the news tries to get involved, it's an internal investigation. They really do need to have an independent investigation on these things from outside the prison. I just got an email from somebody the other day about Bowling Green, and it's off the chain, you know. Bon Terre, same way. Now, when I was in, I think I got a few emails from Bon Terre about people who have loved ones in Bon Terre too, and then of course I did that one interview with a former CEO. It's bad, but you know, when I was there, when I was in prison, when I first got to prison, the worst prison was Missouri State Penitentiary. But when I talk about the worst prison, now it's not about the violence. That's a given. I talk about the way things are, you know, the way they run things, you know, the rules they got, and this and that, and the stupid thing they try to get the inmates to do and stuff, you know. Even COs don't like it. That's part of the reason why they're understaffed. You know, they took smoking out, and that applies for correctional officers too. And a lot of them quit then. They's already understaffed. I talked to Kevin the other day, a friend of mine in South Central Correctional Center, and he said in the past year they probably hired 200 people. And he said there's probably only a handful of those 200 that are working. And that should tell you something. They don't stay, he said. They work for a little bit and then they quit. And it's the same over. They tried to hire my stepdaughter, and they're so desperate to hire her that well, she's got, first of all, she's in nursing, but they tried to hire her as a correctional officer, and she was telling them, I live too far away, you know. And they said, we can get you transportation. And she goes, well, you know, how much you guys pay? And they told her, and she goes, well, I make more than that, I can make more than that nursing, and I have made more than that. And they said, well, if money is a problem, and they started telling her the benefits, and they started talking about raising her pay. They started telling her she could work in medical, and she asked me and her mom about it, and I said no. I said I can't tell you what to do. You're your own person. But I said if it was me, I would not do it. And I told her why. And I'm not trying to get anybody not to. If they want to take that job, go ahead. You know, but I don't think it's a good idea, especially for the pay. You know, it's not. They're not paying you enough for. They're not paying COs enough for the danger they're putting themselves in every day they go to work. That's just my personal opinion. You know, there's other states that pay a lot more. Missouri should take a look at that. Maybe they be able to hire some people then. But they need to get things under control, though. It's like 3 or 4 prisons that's getting out of control. So, if I was, somebody said, well, which one would you pick as your best prison now? I don't really know. But I don't think it would be South Central Correctional Center. Besides, you know, even though it's, I don't live 25 miles from the place anymore like I used to. My family, I got friends that live out there, but most of my family's gone from that area. So, what would be the point, you know? And getting a recreation job, you know, gym worker job, whatever you want to call them, it's useless because the main thing about having a recreation job is working every day, being able to work out every day, being able to see people from other houses. That's the perks of it. And now they're not doing that. They only have rec on the day their housing units have them rec. You know, the rec workers, because they got rec workers for each housing unit. So it doesn't make sense. As much as I didn't like Algoa. I wouldn't say I hated it. I loved it, being able to be out in the yard all day long and everything. I just didn't like the dorms. I didn't like the people there, you know, because they're going home and they got little short timers. They don't know how to do time. Most of them don't. Some of them do. I think I would have to pick that one. Yeah. But better yet, just don't go back to prison. That's the plan. And I hope everybody else doesn't plan on going to prison or going back to prison, man. Let's just stay out of that place, man. It's no good. It's getting worse by the day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new. And see you next time. Bye.